Hello, everyone, and welcome to this presentation of Oswego State men's basketball on WTOP 10. Tonight, we have an exciting non-conference matchup as the Oswego State Lakers host the Clarkson Golden Knights at the Max Zeal Gymnasium in Oswego, New York. I'm Zach Malamud, and alongside me is Trent Wilkinson. Trent, first looking at the Oswego State Lakers, they're flying right out of the gates with two double-digit wins against Elmira and Hobart to win the Max Zeal tournament this past weekend. What has been clicking so far for this Lakers team?
I think they got their shoes. There's no question about that, especially when they go attacking to the paint. They got everything going on here. But I think Jason Leone's keeping an eye on two things. Number one, don't turn the ball over. And number two, don't allow your opponents to score many points. Those were two of the things that I saw that was very animated during the game, and we're going to be keeping our eyes focused on that.
And now taking a look at Clarkson, the Golden Knights are coming off of a 9-point loss to the U.S. Coast Guard Academy on Saturday to fall to 0-2 on the season. Trent, what does Clarkson need to do in this one in order to turn their season around?
Avoid the mistakes and play as evenly as they can. The last time they faced against the Lakers, it was a close matchup there, winning 52-72. So they're hoping to replicate their performance over the Lakers here, Lakers winning 80-72. So they need to keep it close, and that's something I'm going to keep my eyes open on because they started on a downhill and they're trying to climb their way up. Can they win over the Lakers here tonight? We shall find out.
And I talked about that last game, the win over Hobart for the Oswego State Lakers. They won 63-48 in the Max Zeal Tournament Championship game on Saturday afternoon in Oswego. Caleb Cook, who is starting tonight, scored 22 points and hit 4 3-pointers for the Lakers, who led by 15 at the end of the first half. And Clarkson losing by 9, but Blake Gearhart had 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Ryan Miles Ferguson added 14 points and 7 rebounds for the Golden Knights in that matchup as we are getting set for tip-off here in the Max Zeal Gymnasium as Jordan Brown will take the tip for Oswego. And Teddy Fravel will take the tip for Clarkson.
This is going to be a test for Clarkson University right here. See if they can keep it close. I know they lost to Coast Guard the other game, but that was an improvement of a loss in terms of the marginal effects as well as overplaying their limitations. So this is going to be something to keep an eye on with Clarkson.
As we are underway here at the Max Zeal Gymnasium, Oswego will get the ball on the sideline. Sparks will throw it in to Anderson. Anderson looking for his options as Joe Field is on him. Gives it to Brown. Brown takes to the paint on Fravel, misses the layup. Sparks is able to get it back out to Crittenden. Throws a skip pass to Anderson. Oswego moving the ball quickly. Sparks to Crittenden. Puts up a layup. Just rolls out, and it's going to be Oswego ball as it went off Fravel down low, and an inbound right beneath the basket for the Lakers early. As Anderson will throw it in. Sparks comes around the pick. Sparks taking it towards the basket, tries to go up with it, and it's tipped out off the Golden Knights. Another inbound below the basket for the Lakers here.
Yeah, you can tell the intensity is going on right now. Both these teams know how important this game's going to be.
As Cook for 3, it's good. Caleb Cook, who had 22 points against Hobart the other day, gets the first points of the game for the Lakers, a 3-pointer from the wing. As now here come the Clarkson Golden Knights as Gerhardt over to Fravel. And now Joe Field trying to take on Anderson. Back out to Fravel, who takes the jumper. And it's off as Oswego look to come the other way. Sparks trying to move to the basket, trips over himself. And here come Clarkson as hitting the layup. Ryan Miles Ferguson, the leading scorer for the Clarkson Golden Knights.
Not as automated yet, but Leon's keeping a reminder to these players to stay active on the court.
Sparks now over to Brown. And now Anderson has it. As the Lakers look to run a play, Anderson has a man on him, and it's Gerhardt. Anderson tries to go around the pick. Ball's tipped out. Now Sparks has it. And the whistle has blown. And we're not sure of the call just yet, as the referees will discuss. But a flying start so far, 3-2 so far in this one. What have you seen so far from either side, Trent?
Well, they're playing their physical limitations right now. There's no question about that. And again, it's something that I've said time after time. This is going to be an important game for both teams. You're going to want to win, and you have to win it right here, and you're going to play it to the very best of your ability.
As there are discussions right now from the referees about the scoreboard. There will be 4 seconds left on the shot clock, 18-15 remaining here in this first half. As Crittenden inbounds to Anderson. Anderson goes around the pick. 1 second on the shot clock, puts it up, and it bounces out as Clarkson looked to come the other way. Joe Field. And now in the corner is Fravel taking on Brown, a hook shot. It bounces off the rim, and Anderson gets the rebound. Anderson brings it up. Here's Crittenden now. And Cook will run a play. Comes off the pick by Brown. Another three. It just rolls out. And a foul has been called as Jordan Brown was getting a rebound down low. It's going to be on Fravel, right. His first.
Yeah. That's not a bad shot that he attempted there. I mean, even though it went in and out, it's wide open, found his shooting range, and I think he's going to want to target that area again.
Anderson with the inbound here as Sparks looks to come around the pick. Anderson throws it into him, but the referee will continue play. And a bit of confusion there, and Anderson is fouled. As we'll have our first substitution of the game. Jeremiah Sparks will check out, and Devin Green, a junior transfer, will check in.
Coach Leon did not like that. He wanted them to get onto the ball. It doesn't matter if it's a backcourt violation. You can't allow your players to pick up the turnover and have it go for 2 points or 3. You got to get on that ball.
Now Anderson over to Brown. At the top of the key, taking on Fravel inside the paint. And he's challenged there by Gerhardt, who forces a jump ball. It's going to be Clarkson ball going the other way.
Yeah, that was a great contest right there for Clarkson to go for a jump ball, half the possession there.
17-24 remaining here in this first half. As the Oswego State men's basketball team taking on the Clarkson University Golden Knights here at Max Hill Gymnasium. As Fravel gets into the paint, and a hook shot is good. It's 4-3 in favor of Clarkson now.
Yeah, that's a good job drilling a couple of times, being in the paint and laying it up for 2. Got the first lead here.
Anderson goes to the paint, airballs it, but somehow gets it back. Now Crittenden takes it into the paint and is fouled for an N1. Julian Crittenden taking it to the basket. He's fouled by Chris Holbert. That'll be his first. And Crittenden will go to the line to complete the N1.
This is one of the things I think we're going to be focusing on here, and maybe to an extent, depending on the margin of this game, is which of these players are going to respond and how they're going to respond right there. And the Lakers did it beautifully, picking up 2 points, and here they are at the free throw line.
As Anderson and Brown check out. And Jamal Akil, as well as Luis Fadulo, will check in for Oswego. As now Clarkson have it. And Gerhardt looking for his options. Back out to Joe Field. And out wide for Miles Ferguson for 3. Bounces out. And Oswego get the rebound. Akil with that one. And here comes Devin Green. Green comes off the pick from Fadulo. Over to Cook now. Cook taking it to the basket. Tries a floater. And it doesn't go for Oswego. So here comes Clarkson now. Miles Ferguson to Fravel. Fravel challenged by Akil, but still able to get a Gerhardt for 3 now, and it bounces out. Cook with the rebound. Here is Green, makes a move around the defender. Gets it down low to Akil, who misses the layup. Fadulo gets the rebound. Out to Crittenden for 3. And that also doesn't go for Oswego. It's now Clarkson come the other way through Miles Ferguson. Over to Jofield. Now to Fravel. Fadulo on him. Fravel, a hook shot is short. Akil with the rebound. Here comes Green. Over to Akil, who takes it to the basket left-handed, and it goes for the Lakers as they take a 7-4 lead.
Yeah, beautiful transition of what I saw there, going right to left and laid it up. Beautiful transition there.
As Miles Ferguson takes it to the basket, ball bounces out to Gerhardt. Now Jofield has it. Jofield goes around, and Gerhardt now for 3, and it's good. As Clarkson tie it at 7 through Blake Gerhardt.
Coach realizes right now you can't leave your guy, you can't leave your opponent wide open who is positioned behind the arc. You got to cover that guy.
Some pressure on Akil there from Gerhardt, and it's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Oswego ball on the sideline.
I say this has been a struggling game so far for the Lakers, particularly on the offensive side. Not able to capitalize in the ending there. I mean, the transition there, the recent layup from the Lakers has been a beautiful part of it so far, but otherwise they got to start capitalizing well.
As Green now to Fadulo. Was looking for Akil, but it was tipped away. Got it back, and now here's Green. Green with the jumper. It doesn't go. Fadulo with another rebound out to Cook for 3, and it bounces out as Miles Ferguson gets the rebound. That's Ryan Miles Ferguson. It's tipped out to Holbert. Holbert with a jumper. Rolls around the rim, and Green gets the rebound. Lakers go quick, and Crittenden with the layup. It's good.
There's the strength. I think they're starting to realize when you're coming from the right side, you better use your left arm to lay it up. I think they found the strength right there.
Miles Ferguson the other way for 3, and it's no good. Akil with the rebound. Cook looking for Crittenden, and it's a little too far ahead of him. So the Lakers have a 9-7 lead, 13 minutes, 49 seconds remaining here in this first half. And Julian Crittenden is the leading scorer so far in this one with 4 points for the Oswego State Lakers.
And how about this? So far they haven't given up any fouls.
As Oswego being smart so far, being disciplined, not giving up any fouls. As now Miles Ferguson over to Jofield. As Welch now has it. Lucas to Gerhardt, and Gerhardt stepped out of bounds. It'll be Oswego ball. As another substitution will check in, Brendan Molson, who missed the first 2 games for Oswego, will check in. Jamal Akil will check out. As Devin Green will bring it up for the Lakers. Green to Fadulo, and now Molson. As Fadulo has it now. Green comes around the pick. Will settle for 3, and it rolls around the rim. Molson's able to get it down low and put it up for 2.
It's a good job getting the offensive rebound there. It's like what we saw with the women's. You got to have instincts in where the ball's going to go. Great offensive rebound, putting in second chance points.
Miles Ferguson looking for the jumper, but now Welch has it. Tripped up a little bit, but Lucas for 3. It's no good. Crittenden with the rebound. Here comes Cook. Oswego looking to break. Green over to Molson for 3, and it's short. Ball bouncing off a couple players, and it will be Clarkson ball going the other way. As a substitution for Oswego, Jordan Brown will check back in, and Louis Fadulo will check out. as Joe Field will bring it up for the Golden Knights. Over to Miles Ferguson and Welch and Gerhardt. Now Miles Ferguson has it back. Green on him. Miles Ferguson down low to Gerhardt, who missed a layup. And he's grabbing away with Brown. A jump ball has been called. And it will be Oswego ball. And Teddy Fravel will check in. And Blake Gerhardt will check out for the Golden Knights. As now Green has it for Oswego. Green to Brown. Inside the paint, goes up. No foul called. Again, Brown. And he misses. And a foul will be called on Oswego as Welch was down low. Excuse me, that was Miles Ferguson down low for Clarkson.
Yeah, that was a hard collision, seeing that foul.
As 12 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Oswego lead 11-7 early in this one. As Ryan Miles Ferguson is still down, but Oswego will make a substitution in the meantime. And Jeremiah Sparks will check in. And number 4, Julian Crittenden will check out. Brendan Molson credited with the foul there. Or charged with the foul. Molson. As now we resume play, and here's Joe Field. Moving the ball around, Joe Field gets it back. Here's Welch at the top of the key. Holbert, now to Welch. And Lucas trying to take on Molson. Gives it back to Joe Field. And now into Fravel. A hook shot is short once again. Green with the rebound, and here come Oswego. Sparks out to Cook. And Green to Molson. Sparks open for 3. Bounces out. And tipped off a couple players. It's out off Brendan Molson. And it'll be Clarkson ball on the sideline.
I think for the Lakers offensively, I would start off shallow. Start around the outside of the paint and make your way deeper, because at this point, they've been missing three-pointers way too much early in this game.
Seen some early struggles, like you said, Trent, from the outside for Oswego. As now Clarkson have the ball. There's Holbert out wide for 3, and it's good. Frankie Rainville hits the 3 for the Golden Knights, and they're down by 1.
Yeah, that's the second time they've allowed a man behind the arc.
As now Oswego have it. Molson up to Brown. And out wide to Green. Molson coming off the pick. Has Lucas on him. Molson makes a move around him. Misses the layup. Gets it back and puts it up, and it's good. Brendan Molson gets his second basket of the game for Oswego. And they lead by 3 as a foul is called on the floor against Oswego. It'll be on Caleb Cook, and that will be his first. Oh, excuse me, that will be on Devin Green. That was his first foul of the game. 10:25 remaining here in the first half. Oswego with the 3-point lead early. As Clarkson throw it in, now Gerhardt has it. Taken away by Green. With a great hustle play, here is Green now. Over to Molson, and now Sparks. Sparks has it. Goes around the pick from Brown. A great pass over to Brown, who goes up for the dunk, but is blocked by Teddy Fravel.
That was a huge block. It would have been a 2-possession game.
And Clarkson come the other way, but stepping out of bounds was Frankie Rainville. And Oswego will get the ball back. As Oswego calling a play. And Devin Green gets a pick from Brown. And now Brown has it, Fravel on him. Inside, goes up with it, and it's good. Jordan Brown.
Shot. We've been seeing a lot of hook shots there so far from the Lakers. Good shot there.
As now here is Clarkson. Welch with the three. It's no good. Getting the rebound was Rainville. There's a lot of players on the floor. Molson and Welch tied up. And it's a jump ball. It's going to be Clarkson ball on the sideline after that jump ball. As Ryan Miles Ferguson checks back in for Clarkson, and Robert Welch will check out. Oswego will also make a sub as Aki Anderson checks back in, and Caleb Cook checks out. So referees have some discussion here.
Yeah. While they have a discussion, I will say this is an unexpected low-scoring game that I thought it would be. If anything, at this point, I would say at least one of those teams, if not both these teams, should be around the 20s, maybe in the 30-point range at this point. And it's been all because of the offensive struggles with the shooting game.
As Rainville for three, it's good. Frankie Rainville from three. And Oswego lead by 2 now. As Anderson brings it up over to Sparks. Green at the top of the key, out to Molson. Now Brown. Brown takes it to the lane, and a little bit too aggressive. He takes a charge, and it is Teddy Fravel that draws it. Going the other way for Clarkson now. That's Brown's first foul of the game. He checks out. And Louis Fadulo checks back in. That's now Miles Ferguson. Looking for his options. Takes Green to the basket and hits an N1. Ryan Miles Ferguson, the leading scorer for the Golden Knights, gets an N1 here and ties the game up at 15. As Devin Green is charged with the second foul of the game, he takes a seat.
That was huge 2 possessions right there. Giving the offensive foul to the Lakers, and here they are with a chance to take the lead.
As Miles Ferguson misses the free throw. And Sparks over to Anderson, who will take the ball up. Molson now to Fadulo. And now to Anderson. Down low, here's Molson. Gerhardt on him. Tried to find Fadulo, but it was tipped away. And here come Clarkson. Rainville over to Gerhardt. Was looking for Miles Ferguson. They weren't on the same page. It tipped out off of the hand of Jeremiah Sparks, and it will be Clarkson ball. 8:17 remaining in the first half. Knotted at 15. That is Ryan Miles Ferguson. With Sparks on him, looked to go to the basket. But now Gerhardt. And Rainville for 3. It's no good. And Sparks gets the rebound. Jeremiah Sparks over to Molson. Molson for 3. It's short. And here come the Golden Knights the other way through Ryan Miles Ferguson. Miles Ferguson looking to go into the paint. Has to throw it out. And a 3 is no good from Holbert. And Sparks gets the rebound. Sparks to Fadulo. Had an opening, didn't take it. And here is Anderson now. Molson down to Fadulo. With Fravel on him. Fadulo looking to make a move. Off balance shot, no good. Molson with the rebound. He puts it back up and it's in.
Great instincts again, as always, as it's been when you play on the front court. You hope to have that leverage height there, and that's a great job for the Lakers to regain the lead.
It's Brendan Molson gets another basket for the Lakers. As now here come Clarkson through Miles Ferguson. Tries to take it to the basket. Stopped by Sparks. Gerhardt for 3. It's no good. And here comes Cook. Going quick. A pass to Fadulo, who misses the layup. Cook tried to get the rebound. It's tipped out off Holbert. and it'll be Oswego ball beneath the basket. As a substitution, Teddy Fravel will check out, and Joe Lucas will check in. Ball thrown in by Anderson to Molson. It was tipped away, and here's Cook now. Cook taking on Lucas, puts up a shot, and a foul is called on Joe Lucas, and Caleb Cook will go to the line to shoot 2.
This is an opportunity here. You want to extend it to 2 points, but at the same time, though, for Clarkson, got to be careful here. You want to stay disciplined. You want this to be a close game, and they're doing that phenomenally on the defensive side. And Clarkson uses their timeout.
And Caleb Cook hits the first free throw. He'll have another one, but pretty back and forth game so far, but we've seen a lot of early struggles from both sides shooting the ball, And
Don't mistake close games for what has been a struggling game offensively between both teams. And certainly, at least for the Lakers, you got to improve defensively. You can't allow players to be positioned beyond the arc, be wide open, and go for those 3-pointers. It would have been Clarkson ahead of them by about 6 points if they have made those shots. That's the thing that Clarkson's really good. They have the speed. And also they're low-key. It's kind of like being under the radar pretty much with this team. You got most of the players that are inside the arc. You should be focusing, have one guy at least focus on the man that's positioned in the wing behind that yellow arc. And that's something Lakers got to improve right here. And I think this is a good timeout for both teams in all honesty, because all around I would say this is one of those rare games that I've ever seen where there's struggle both sides with a score like this that is so low. It's just such a weird game that we've been seeing so far.
And like you said, Trent, a couple of open 3-pointers, and Frankie Rainville has been the leading scorer for Clarkson so far in this one. 6 points on 2 3-pointers. As Caleb Cook will shoot the second of his 2 free throws. And the free throw is no good as Rainville gets the rebound. Rainville for Clarkson. Out to Miles Ferguson. Gerhardt. And now Holbert. Rainville to Gerhardt. Tries to take on Molson. Out wide to Lucas for 3. And it's good.
Oh, Leon's going to be incensed about that. Because that's a 3-point made right there. And they have a chance to take the lead unless they count that 2.
As foul on the play, and Fadulo is charged with the foul. As a chance for a 4-point play, and Joe Lucas will shoot the N1 free throw. Lucas makes the free throw, and Clarkson now lead by 1. 6:10 remaining in this first half, as now Anderson has it for Oswego. Hands off to Cook. Cook takes it to the basket. A step back, and it's good. Caleb Cook gets another basket for Oswego.
Yeah, just beautiful fadeaway 2-pointer for the corner of the paint. Good shot there.
Ryan Miles Ferguson with the jumper. Bounces out, and Clarkson still able to get the rebound. Now here's Gerhardt. Over to Lucas. Lucas inside. Ryan Miles Ferguson goes up, and it's good. A tough layup there from the Clarkson leading scorer, Ryan Miles Ferguson, and Clarkson take a 1-point lead.
Yeah, the ball just went ahead because of that rebound that was not made, and instead went in the hands of Clarkson.
As Cook now with the floater, off the backboard and out. As now here come the Golden Knights. Rainville to Gerhardt, and Miles Ferguson. Sparks on him. Over to Lucas. Now Holbert to Rainville. Gerhardt out to Rainville for 3. It's no good. And Fadulo gets the rebound. Now Caleb Cook. Loses possession, but Sparks is there to get it. Sparks taking it to the basket now. Fouled and misses the shot. But a foul called on number 12, Chris Holbert. And Jeremiah Sparks will go to the line to shoot 2.
Man, it's been exhausting. These players have been warriors so far, just battling for the ball.
As Sparks makes the first free throw. Leads Oswego in assists so far this season with 3.5 per game. And Molson and Anderson will check out, as Green and Akil will check back in. Sparks makes both free throws, and Oswego have a 1-point lead. As Fadulo checks out, Brown comes back in.
Free throws are the one thing I'm going to be focusing on here for these last 5 minutes, as well as the second half. We've seen at times that players have struggled in free throw, one certain group, and now the other group is having a big factor of these free throws. That's something to be keeping in mind throughout this game. And it could make a difference as well with the way the game has gone, with the struggling of field goals that are attempted by both sides.
So now Clarkson will have possession on the sideline. Inbounded into Rainville, and Lucas to Holbert, and now it's with Miles Ferguson, a fadeaway. It's no good. And Green gets the rebound. Here is Sparks now. Over to Cook. Cook goes around the defender, out wide to Akil. Doesn't shoot. Now Sparks has it, and a foul is called. It's going to be on Frankie Rainville.
It's an important stage where both teams got to be careful not committing a foul, because if you do, you're going to allow your opponents in that bonus opportunity.
Here is Green. Out to Sparks for three. No good. And Brown gets the rebound, goes back up with it, and it's good. Jordan Brown with the offensive rebound, and he has a chance for a three-point play for Oswego.
And that's one of those things to be careful about there. Now he's just going to give Oswego an opportunity to be ahead by 2 possessions right here.
As Brown makes the n1 free throw, and Teddy Fravel will check back in for Clarkson. And Joe Lucas will go to the bench. As now Rainville to Holbert, to Gerhardt, Miles Ferguson to Rainville. As Rainville now to Fravel. Brown jumped. Fravel keeps possession, and Fravel gets a hook, and it's good for Clarkson. Here is Devin Green now. Green, double team, still manages to get a shot up. It's tipped away. Akil thought he was fouled there, but Fravel's able to get it. And here comes Clarkson. Ryan Miles Ferguson goes around Sparks. Was looking for options. There was nobody there, and Devin Green now has it. Cook now to Akil. Akil for three. It's no good. And Rainville gets the rebound. Now moving the ball. Rainville for three. Hits the back rim. Now Sparks has it. Out to Green. The three-pointer bounces wide, and Brown is called for a foul and is not happy about it, as that is his second foul of the game.
Well, focusing on the court, but focusing more on the coach. He's getting very animated now, trying to fire up these guys, not giving up right here. I mean, I understand it's the first half, but he's treating it like it's the final 5 minutes of this game.
As now Brown will check out, and Fadulo checks back in. As Teddy Fravel shooting 2 free throws. He's actually shooting a 1-and-1, and it was an air ball, as Oswego now have possession. Looking to find a basket here, and Sparks will bring it up. 2:38 remaining here in this first half. Zach Malamud alongside Trent Wilkinson here on WTOP 10. Oswego State men's basketball taking on the Clarkson University Golden Knights, as a steal, and Gerhardt gets an easy layup. The game is tied at 25.
That was an easy takeaway there by Clarkson. Great recognition and then go quick in a hurry with nobody in sight.
Caleb Cook now has it. Gerhardt on him. Cook goes around the defender. And a foul is called on Gerhardt. That will be his first of the game. And a substitution as Dante Jofield will check in, for Clarkson. And Frankie Rainville will take a seat. As Caleb Cook with a 1-on-1, and it's short with Miles Ferguson getting the rebound. Ryan Miles Ferguson throws it to Jofield, and Gerhardt looking for a travel was the Oswego bench, but no call there. Miles Ferguson now takes it to the basket, and it bounces out. As here is Akil. Over to Cook. Cook taking it to the basket, and it's good. Caleb Cook with a strong take, and he gives Oswego a 2-point lead.
Yeah, good strong leverage, getting to the paint, laying it up 2 points.
As now Miles Ferguson. Holbert to Jofield and Gerhardt for 3. Hits the back rim, Sparks with the rebound. Jeremiah Sparks tries to go around a defender. Cook for 3, and a foul has been called. And shooting 3 will be Caleb Cook as a foul called on Blake Gerhardt. That is his second.
Yeah, great chance for him. He's going to try and make these three free throws coming up here.
As Caleb Cook hits the first. 1:17 remaining here in this first half. A very close non-conference matchup. And Oswego looking to stay undefeated on the season as Cook makes the second free throw. Looking to stay undefeated after 2 early wins against Elmira and Hobart in the MaxSil tournament. And Clarkson trying to get their first win of the season after 2 tough losses to start the year.
Yeah, and I said earlier that this is one of those teams, Clarkson is, where you start low, start losing by 20 points, and then you try to elevate yourself in the position where you have that potential. And I would say right now they have a lot of potential in trying to beat this team, but so far Lakers are ahead by 5.
It's now Miles Ferguson has it for the Golden Knights. Out to Gerhardt. Almost traveled there. Miles Ferguson now for 3. It rolls out, and Cook with the rebound. Good opportunity there for Clarkson. As now Cook tries to take it to the basket. It's fouled by Jofield. And that is the 10th foul, the 10th team foul for the Golden Knights. And Caleb Cook will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's right, because they're in the double bonus right now.
As Caleb Cook, a junior out of Auburn, hits the first free throw, and we'll look for the second here. And he hits it, and he gives Oswego a 7-point lead now. As now here come Clarkson, Gerhardt, Lucas, and now Miles Ferguson has it. Almost taken away by Sparks, but Miles Ferguson out to Gerhardt for 3, and it's good.
That's the player that's been the under-the-radar kind of player, just positioning behind the arc. That's why he's been making those 3-pointers for Clarkson.
It's now Sparks has it. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jeremiah Sparks with Miles Ferguson on him. Clock now down to 10. Sparks gets a double pick. Looking for a lane to the basket. Misses the layup. Molson with the rebound, and it's good. As time will run out. And Brendan Molson with a big offensive rebound to end the half. He gives Oswego a 6-point lead at halftime, 34-28 as we go into halftime. And a back-and-forth game so far. We saw early struggles with shooting, kind of continued, but the game started to pick up a lot of free throws so far we've seen from both sides, Trent.
Oh, yeah, I think the free throws have been the strength between both teams, and that's something I question about that. I'm questioning a lot of things. It's an incredible game. On a serious note, though, for Clarkson, I think this is a great opportunity at halftime to regather yourself, being more healthy, getting a lot of nutrition going, and etc. with a lot of elements that are important to this game. So we're going to see if they can still keep in play with the Lakers, and it's going to be a fun and exciting second half. I can guarantee you that.
As at halftime, the Oswego State men's basketball team lead the Clarkson Golden Knights by a score of 34-28. We're going to take a halftime break, and when we come back, we'll have second half action here on WTOP 10. Stay tuned. Just let us know. I said, just let us know. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this presentation of Oswego State men's basketball. As at halftime, the Oswego State Lakers lead the Clarkson Golden Knights by a score of 34-28. Zach Malamud alongside Trent Wilkinson here on WTOP 10. And from that first half, we saw a lot of struggling shooting, and then it started to pick up a lot of free throws from both sides. Let's start with Oswego. What do the Lakers need in this second half to extend their lead and eventually win this game?
Well, I think you got to start, as I said, in the middle of the first half. Start shooting inside the arc. You can shoot outside the paint, inside paint, work your way back so that way you can gain the leverage over Clarkson, and then you can think about, okay, let's start shooting for three-pointer. And the defensive side of it, though, they got to stop allowing a wide-open man on a defensive arc. That's something that I've stressed about numerous times. Meanwhile, for Clarkson, though, I like them a lot. I like that they're guarding man-to-man, even though they've given up a lot of points, but they got to stay disciplined as well because they've given up a double-double bonus against the Lakers before that half ended. So they got to stay disciplined on the defensive side and not allow any fouls.
As we start up this second half, as the ball will be thrown in once again. Oswego going from right to left now in the second half in the white tops and white shorts. And the Clarkson Golden Knights going from left to right in the green tops and green shorts. As Coach Leone not too pleased with the referee to start this half. But Oswego with a 6-point lead. Inbound it to Jeremiah Sparks. And here is Crittenden now. Over to Anderson. Down low to Sparks. Miles Ferguson on him. Sparks goes up for the layup, and it's good. An and one for Jeremiah Sparks. And he'll go to the line looking to give Oswego a 9-point lead.
He's the one individual that I'm going to keep my eyes on, Coach Leone. I've talked about his animation of whenever he sees the mistakes, and maybe he's going to focus more on the things that are improvement of the Lakers right here. He's the one individual I'm going to see what's the mistakes going to be happening here, why it is that they are struggling. I'm going to be watching out for him.
Sparks hits the and one, and the Lakers lead 37-28 now. As here are the Golden Knights. Down low is Jofield, and it's back out. Here's Gerhardt now. Out for three, and Chris Holbert hits it for Clarkson. And Oswego now lead by 6.
Tough contested shot, but well executed by Clarkson, trying to narrow this game.
Now Sparks has it. Out to Anderson. Looking for Brown down low, but it goes back up top to Crittenden. Crittenden gets the pick from Brown. A pick and roll, and Brown converts with the layup.
Great crossover move, trying to discombobulate this defense. Great ball movement there.
As near, now here is Clarkson. With the ball is Gerhardt. Out to Miles Ferguson. Sparks on him. Lucas for 3. Bounces off the side rim, and here is Sparks out to Crittenden, going up, and an and one. Julian Crittenden makes the layup there.
And now Clarkson's coach is not happy about that. Sorry to interrupt you there. He was hoping it would be a charging call on the Lakers.
As a blocking foul, and Joe Lucas will check out. His second of the game. As now Brendan Molson will check back in for Oswego. And Jordan Brown will go to the bench as Crittenden can't convert the N1. And here is Miles Ferguson. Out to Holbert. And now Gerhardt. To Jofield, to Fravel. And now back around. Where's Holbert? Holbert, a spin around jumper. Bounces out, but Fravel's able to get it. Back out to Jofield. Ryan Miles Ferguson now. Looking out wide for Jofield, but the pass is wide, and it'll be Lakers ball going the other way.
Too much miscommunication. I don't know what he was thinking about there. Either trying to go fancy or thinking that his teammate was wide open there. Just miscommunication from this Clarkson offense.
As now Brendan Molson for Oswego goes to the lane, and it's good. Switches to the left hand and hits the layup right under the arm of Teddy Fravel.
And I would use a timeout if you were to give up another points to this Lakers team.
A foul is called right in the middle, as Joe Field fell to the floor. And Aki Anderson is charged with the foul, his first foul. And Oswego's first team foul of the half. Now here's Miles Ferguson taking it to the lane. A floater off the backboard. It bounces right in front, and Gerhardt is able to put it back in.
It's a nice soft touch after picking up the offensive rebound.
As now Aki Anderson gets a screen from Molson. Gives it to Sparks. Sparks into the lane to Molson down low, and it's good. As Oswego now lead 45-33.
I think we found the strengths of both teams now. They're starting on the middle of the paint. Let's see if they can elevate that deeper.
And Joe Field looking for Miles Ferguson, who wasn't there, and it'll be Oswego ball as a timeout called by Clarkson now.
I think it was a good timeout there because I think Coach Jeff Gorski realizes that they're playing sloppy ball offensively here. They made one mistake with a fancy pass right side of that field, and now with unable to find these players just passing around looking for a pair or something going on here. It was a good use of a timeout there to get this team reorchestrated here. And so far, the Lakers have been doing that on the offensive side.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of easy points right next to the basket for Oswego, finding easy layups and some good plays. Got a couple and ones. It's been really good so far and a good start for Oswego in the second half.
Well, not only with the position of being in the middle of the paint, more specifically nearly underneath the basket, but also with like a touch as well. A little kiss to the backboard right there, and I love that soft touch and getting it into the net, picking up 2 points there by both sides.
So now coming out of the timeout, Oswego will have the ball as 45-33 lead with 17:02 remaining here in the second half. A non-conference matchup here at Maxfield Gymnasium, excuse me. As Sparks now has it, bringing it up the floor. Here's Crittenden now to Anderson. And down low to Sparks. Anderson again to Sparks, taking it to the lane, goes up for the layup and one. Jeremiah Sparks with a nifty move around Ryan Miles Ferguson, and he has a chance for a three-point play.
Just a strong determination out of him, picking up 2 points there, plus the foul. Got a chance to make a three-point game right here.
Ryan Miles Ferguson charged with his third foul. A very big foul for this Clarkson team. Their leader this season in points, rebounds, and assists so far in the first 3 games. First 2 games, excuse me, as here is Joe Field now. And Holbert to Lucas for 3. Hits off the back rim, and Anderson grabs it. Aki Anderson going to the basket, bumps into Fravel, no call. And Molson comes in for the rebound. And the referee has called a foul on Brendan Molson. That's Molson's second, and the team's second foul of the half.
Now, I don't think it was one of those calls that's very urgent and to express your emotion. The bench reacted to on the Lakers side of it, but I think they're still going to remain composed and just focus on the game.
Holbert now over to Gerhardt. Gerhardt, the jumper, it's good.
Beautiful fadeaway two-part. A little difficult with how it was fading there, but great shot by Clarkson.
Here's Aki Anderson now. As Oswego lead 48-35. Jeremiah Sparks with it now. Lucas on him. A spin move around him. Sparks missed the first one, tipped it back in, and Oswego have a 15-point lead now.
It's that beautiful touchdown I mentioned about there. Want to do it not too hard, not too light.
A three from Lucas. Bounces off the rim, and here come Oswego. Here's Crittenden now going to the lane, and the layup is good. Julian Crittenden gives Oswego a 17-point lead here with 15:28 remaining in this second half. 52-35, and a timeout for Clarkson.
Yeah, leverage is on the side of the Lakers now. We're seeing a 17-point favorite here for the Lakers. And meanwhile, for Clarkson, they're playing like what Oswego played in the last half, which is going for these three-point shooting. I mean, I understand this is an urgent need to keep the game close. I understand that. I don't condemn that. But the thing is, though, is that I said before, inside the paint is where you want to go for if you're Clarkson. I understand they had struggles outside of the paint as well, but going for three-pointers now, like it's an urgency there. I would focus more on shooting for twos than think about three-pointers.
As now Clarkson will inbound it out of the timeout. Joe Field brings it up. Over to Holbert. And now Welch. As now Joe Field has it back. Out to Holbert for three. It's no good. Fravel is called for an over the back on Molson. And Teddy Fravel charged with the foul. That is his second. And Clarkson's fourth team foul in this second half. So now here come Oswego through Anderson with Joe Field on him. Sparks goes around the pick from Molson. Sparks to the basket. Challenged by Fravel, no call. And here comes Joe Field. Joe Field looking for Gerhardt. It's taken away. And Oswego come through Crittenden. And Fravel goes up. A heavy challenge right there. And Fravel will be charged with his third foul. And Crittenden will go to the line.
I think they're just going to call a personal foul. Oh, no, they are calling it. Yeah, shooting foul, yeah.
As Crittenden will shoot two for Oswego. Crittenden makes the first, the senior from Millville, New York. As Clarkson now makes some substitutions. Teddy Fravel checks out. And so does Dante Joefield. Ryan Miles Ferguson will check back in with those three fouls. And so will Frankie Rainville. As Crittenden hits both free throws. And Oswego now lead 54-35 with 14:49 remaining in this second half. So now Clarkson with it. And Miles Ferguson almost loses control, gets it back. Into the corner is Holbert. And now Gerhardt takes it to the basket. Sparks went for the block, but Gerhardt hits the layup.
Yeah, nice layup there. I thought it would be blocked, but great job in the ball recognition. Find that perfect delivery.
It's now Anderson for Oswego. Now Crittenden takes it to the basket, and it's good.
And the same thing with that right there, except using the outside arm. It will lay that baby up, picking up another two.
As now Clarkson have it with Holbert. And now Miles Ferguson will shoot a three. It's good. Ryan Miles Ferguson cuts the lead to 16 now for Oswego, 56-40. And Miles Ferguson has 9 points in this one. Now Crittenden for three. It's short. Molson and Sparks both went up for the rebound. Couldn't grab it. And here's Miles Ferguson now. Takes it to the basket with Cook on him. And he still manages to hit it.
I'll tell you what, that three-pointer had to be huge in that previous two possessions from Clarkson. And here they are right now, narrowing up to 14 points.
As now Aki Anderson to Brendan Molson. Molson looking for Sparks, but it's taken away. Now here's Frankie Rainville for three. Hits off the back rim. Cook with the rebound. Caleb Cook now taking it into the middle. The floater is short, and it's tipped out. It's going to be Oswego ball on the sideline as it went out off of Ryan Miles Ferguson. 12:55 remaining here in this second half. 22 seconds on the shot clock as Oswego lead 56-42 in this non-conference matchup. Zach Malamud alongside Trent Wilkinson here on WTOP 10. As Jeremiah Sparks will inbound. Into Anderson. And over to Cook now for Oswego. Cook to the lane. A floater is no good, and here's Miles Ferguson now. Miles Ferguson, Sparks on him, gets around him, and a double clutch layup is good for Clarkson.
Yeah, tough contested shot, but I would say at this point, if you're Coach Leon, I would use a timeout. You've given up 7 unanswered points so far to Clarkson in this rally.
As now Jeremiah Sparks has it. Gerhardt was on him, but Sparks still manages to hit it when Welch was right there to challenge him. As Sparks, 12 points so far in this one, and he gives Oswego a 14-point lead, 58-44. A timeout for the Oswego State Lakers.
That's the exact right timeout there for Coach Leon. He understands that the team at this point is struggling a bit to Clarkson, and that was important that they gather themselves up and hold on to this lead.
And Trent, just looking quickly, Oswego, 7 unanswered points. They get that basket there from Sparks, but they had a good start to this half. It's been a little sluggish since then. They've been struggling to get something going, and Clarkson have taken advantage of it. You brought up earlier that Clarkson was taking too many threes. Have you seen something different there from the Golden Knights?
Not yet. What I do think, though, is that they're well offensively. There's no doubt about that. They realize, okay, we got to start attacking to the paint right now. What I'm going to be focusing on is how much they're going to add pressure to the Lakers at this point. Can they create the Lakers to commit more turnovers and get their way to the front court and pick up a lot of points?
As Ryan Miles Ferguson now with the jumper, and it's good.
Man, this guy's on fire. I tell you what, he's the same shooter that made a three-pointer, and there he is right now in the 9-2 rally.
58-46 is the Lakers' lead right now. As Keel over to Brown and Anderson now. Anderson gives it to Brown, gets it back now. Aki Anderson, a jumper from the free throw line, rims out, and Rainville with the rebound. Now Gerhardt to Fravel. As now Ryan Miles Ferguson will move once again, and that one rims out with Brown getting the rebound. Here is Green now. Gets a double pick. Now inside to Jordan Brown, and the referee has called on the floor a foul.
Man, Leon wanted that bucket to count.
Thought it was going to be an N1, but a foul charge to Teddy Fravel. That is his 4th, and although that was not an N1, that is a huge foul for Clarkson, as their big man has to go to the bench with 11 minutes remaining in the half.
Yeah, he's got to be careful not to commit another foul, otherwise he'd be done for the remainder of the game.
As Green with the layup, gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Devin Green gets his first points of the game, and Oswego leads 60-46. As here is Clarkson now. Ryan Miles Ferguson out to Joe Lucas for 3, and it's good.
Wow, unbelievable. I think the shooting game is going well for Clarkson at this point. It's something that Leon did not want to see at all.
Here is Oswego now, Crittenden. A foul has been called down low.
And you know what? That means Oswego's in the bonus.
Oswego is in the bonus now, the 17th foul on Clarkson. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Jordan Brown, junior forward for Oswego. And a 1-and-1 for the Lakers. Bit of confusion there. But now Brown gets ready. As Brown hits the first. And it looks like Brendan Molson will be getting ready to check in once the second free throw is taken. As Brown hits both on the 1-and-1, and he checks out with Brendan Molson coming back into the game for Oswego. As now here is Clarkson moving the ball around. Here's Rainville. Anderson on him. Dishes it out to Holbert, who takes it to the basket, and it's an and 1. Chris Holbert with an and 1. Devin Green charged with the foul. His third for Oswego. And Holbert will shoot the and 1. Holbert makes the free throw. And a substitution for Oswego. Devin Green will check out after getting charged with his third foul, and Caleb Cook will come back in.
Zach, I think this is the important time of this game where we are going to see which of these teams is going to stay composed as we're halfway in the second half.
Caleb Cook now with the top of the key. Tries a floater, a little off balance, and Miles Ferguson grabs it. Tries to go to the basket. It was tipped away by Crittenden. A foul has been called on Caleb Cook. And Ryan Miles Ferguson will get... Well, he drew the foul, and Clarkson will have an inbound beneath the basket. As Miles Ferguson now over to Rainville. It's tipped away by Caleb Cook. Cook goes to the basket, and it's tipped in by Aki Anderson. A great rebound and a tip back in as the Lakers lead 64-52 now. So now Clarkson have it back. Here's Gerhardt taking it to the basket. Crittenden on him. And a foul has been called on Julian Crittenden. And shooting 2 free throws now will be Blake Gerhardt.
And this is important that this Lakers defense does not commit any fouls, more specifically if it costs us 2 free throw opportunities for Clarkson.
Gerhardt hits the first.
Because of that, you're going to give them 3 points of that.
And Gerhardt looking for the second here. And it's good. Oswego now lead 64-54. 10-point lead, 9-10 remaining here in this second half. As now Caleb Cook has it. Over to Julian Crittenden. Crittenden goes to the basket, tries a layup, it bounces out. Here's Anderson now. Out to Akil. Akil goes up, and a foul has been called. And Jamal Akil will go to the line. As a foul was called on Chris Holbert, his third foul, and the team's 8th. As Akil makes the first of 2 free throws for the Lakers. Akil makes both free throws, the junior from Staten Island, and gives Oswego a 12-point lead, 66-54. Here's Gerhardt now. to Rainville. And now Gerhardt, a step back for 3, and it's good. It's going to be called a 2 for Blake Gerhardt. And Oswego now have a 10-point lead. Now Caleb Cook with it. To Julian Crittenden, tries to go to the lane. A foul is called on the floor. It's going to be on Gerhardt, and that will be his 3rd. And Oswego now will have a 1-1 with Clarkson having 9 team fouls in this second half so far. Julian Crittenden shooting a 1-1. And he makes the first.
Tell you what, these Golden Knights teams have got to be careful. It's almost all players except 3 that have at least 3 fouls at this point.
And Crittenden misses a second. Molson gets the rebound, tries to go back up. It's missed. He gets it back again. And Oswego are able to reset now. Aki Anderson at the top of the key. Pick from Akil. And here's Anderson. Crossover jumper. It bounces out, and Miles Ferguson gets the rebound for Clarkson. Miles Ferguson makes a move, goes to the basket, a layup, and it's good. An and 1 for Ryan Miles Ferguson. Foul charged to Aki Anderson for Oswego, and Miles Ferguson will look to complete the and 1 at the line, shooting 1. Ryan Miles Ferguson hits it. Junior guard for the Clarkson Golden Knights as Oswego now come the other way with a 67-59 lead. Crittenden takes it to the basket, and it's good. A tough layup for Julian Crittenden, and he gives Oswego a 10-point lead now. Clarkson coming the other way quick. Miles Ferguson somehow gets it back off the hands of Cook.
Unbelievable. Just almost gave up a pass and then just able to lay it up for 2. Great vision from Clarkson.
Here is Molson. To Crittenden now. Crittenden, a pick and roll with Akil. And Oswego have a 10-point lead now. As Miles Ferguson to Gerhardt. And Rainville to Miles Ferguson. Here is Gerhardt. Out wide to Holbert for 3. Off the back rim. Molson gets the rebound. And Oswego come the other way. 6:43 remaining in the second half. Here's Caleb Cook now in the middle of the lane. Out to Brendan Molson. Takes it to the lane. Akil goes up for the layup and misses. Miles Ferguson gets the rebound. Here's Rainville. Was looking for Holbert. It tips off the hand of Crittenden. It'll be Clarkson ball on the sideline.
Now is the time at this point where coaches now have to realize the intensity has increased to its magnitude, but you still got to have your players' confidence be above the intensity.
Miles Ferguson for 3. Rims out, and Cook with the rebound. Now Anderson has it. Here's Molson. Takes it to the basket, a left-handed layup. Bounces out, and here comes Miles Ferguson. It's out to Rainville for 3.
If I was Coach Leone, I'd use my timeout here.
It's a bit of confusion there from Oswego, and Frankie Rainville gets a wide-open 3. Oswego now leads 71-64, 5:49 remaining here at the Max Zeal Gymnasium. Right here on WTOP 10, Zach Malamud alongside Trent Wilkinson. A timeout for Clarkson here. And what have we seen so far from both sides in this second half? A lot of back and forth. It's a very close game right now coming down to the wire.
Yeah, a lot of drama. Something that I said at the end of the first half, that there's a guarantee that we're going to see a drama and a heck of an ending. We're seeing it right here. Clarkson was down 18 points 10 minutes ago. Here they are right now. They're down by 7. They're trying to make an epic comeback win and stun against the Lakers. They are in a 5-game losing streak, and they know what it means to be in a losing streak right there, and plus trying to pick up their first win of the season as well. So a lot is on the line right now, and we're going to find out in the last 5 minutes, 49 seconds who the better team is. Both these teams are playing up to their limitations, but we're going to see which one of them will prevail right here.
Substitution for Oswego. As number 23, Jeremiah Sparks, checks back in for Jamal Akil. As now here's Anderson at the top of the key. Molson coming up with the pick. Anderson to Sparks now. Sparks takes a jumper. It's wide, and Miles Ferguson with the rebound. Tried to cross over. It hit off the foot of Sparks, and it'll be out of bounds. Clarkson ball right on the sideline.
I don't think that's a good shot there by Sparks. It's having to go behind the free throw line near the corner of the paint.
As now here's Holbert to Rainville. And now into Lucas. Back out to Holbert for 3. And it rolls off the rim. Very close there. And Anderson gets the rebound.
Holbert's dying to make some three-pointers at this stage.
Anderson to Crittenden. Crittenden makes a move in the paint, misses the layup. Is looking to get it back. It bounces to Anderson, out to Cook for 3, and it's just short. Miles Ferguson with another rebound for Clarkson. Now to Gerhardt. Miles Ferguson to Rainville. Now it's in to the middle and out wide again. There's Miles Ferguson for 3. Was on the floor. Thought he was fouled. But it tips off of the bottom of the backboard, and it'll be Oswego ball going the other way. Substitution. Jamal Akil checks back in. Brendan Molson checks out. 4:20 remaining here in this second half of a non-conference matchup. 71-64 in favor of Oswego. Now Akil to Anderson and down low to Sparks. Sparks with Gerhardt on him. Back out to Anderson. Anderson with a jumper, and it's good.
Nice delayed delivery right there, making it a two-pointer.
Aki Anderson gets his second basket of the game, and the Lakers have a 9-point lead. Here's Clarkson now. Gerhardt. Now Miles Ferguson has it. Rainville now wide open for 3, and it doesn't fall. Akil with the rebound. Here's Anderson bringing up the ball. 3:27 remaining. Here's Anderson now with Rainville on him. Back out to Cook. Cook taking it to the basket, wide open layup, and the right hand goes.
The coach wanted Ferguson to get in front of the shooter. Don't allow 2 points at this point of stage.
As Caleb Cook makes the layup, gives Oswego an 11-point lead, 75-64, 3:11 remaining in this second half. Clarkson made it close with a 7-point game, but haven't scored since then with 4 straight points, 4 unanswered points by Oswego.
Yeah, and it's more so the strategy from the Lakers. They have a lot of plans here, and this is among them to just drive, find a wide open lane, drive for it, pick it up 2 points.
And now Oswego looking to add to this lead. Couple players on the floor in double figures. Jeremiah Sparks is one of them, as well as Caleb Cook and Julian Crittenden. Cook and Crittenden are the leading scorers for Oswego in today's game, each with 15 points. And on the other side for Clarkson, it has been Ryan Miles Ferguson showing up again for the Golden Knights as he continues the leading scorer for Clarkson. And he's leading them in points, rebounds, and assists, averaging 17 points a game. That will go up with his 20 points today. And Blake Gerhardt has added 18 points. But foul trouble has been a big thing for Clarkson. A lot of guys having to go in and out of the game, especially number 44, their big man, Teddy Fravel.
Yeah, there are a lot of players that right now have at least 3 fouls. So they're in that foul trouble territory, and they got to not allow more fouls than 3.
Here is Lucas now in the corner. Up to Gerhardt, and Lucas once again. Lucas back out to Holbert for 3. It bounces out, but Clarkson get it back. Here's Ryan Miles Ferguson. Out to Rainville. An off-balance 3 is short. Lucas with the rebound. Back out to Rainville, and a pass inside Miles Ferguson. Can't hit the layup, and Akil gets the rebound.
Oh, that was a bit too strong by Ferguson to just get it off the rim. Too strong.
Here is Anderson now to Sparks and Akil. Now Anderson. Here's Sparks taking it to the lane. Puts it up, and it's in. Jeremiah Sparks. 14 points in today's game. He gives Oswego a 13-point lead.
And he is one tough player on the court.
Here is Gerhardt. Holbert for 3 off the back rim. And a foul has been called on the floor. Coach Leone is beside himself, and a foul has been called on number 4, Julian Crittenden, I believe.
And Coach Leone disagrees with that call, and you know what that means. It's that puts Clarkson up on the bonus right now with Oswego's 17th foul this half.
As Joe Lucas will go to the line. And he's shooting a 1-and-1. Makes the first. A couple players tied up on the free throw. But with 1:57 remaining here in this matchup, Joe Lucas makes it a 11-point Oswego lead, 77-66. It's Clarkson looking to pressure now. Not a lot of time left in this one. Here's Sparks to Akil. Akil to Anderson. And back out to Sparks. Giving him the shot, makes a spin move, goes to the basket, and it's good. Jeremiah Sparks with another layup, and Oswego lead by 13 now, excuse me. And Miles Ferguson goes up for a layup on the other end. He is fouled. And Miles Ferguson will shoot 2. Hits the back rim on the first one. Oswego leading 79-66.
And that's been one of his weakness spots right there, is the back of the rim.
This makes the second Ryan Miles Ferguson. Oswego leads 79-67, 1:24 remaining. The press is on from the Golden Knights. Sparks with Gerhardt on him. Sparks goes around a defender. Here's Cook. Now to Anderson. Aki Anderson, top of the key. Goes to the basket. Tough layup. Doesn't go. Here comes Miles Ferguson now. 56 seconds remaining. Out to Gerhardt for 3. It's no good. Akil with the rebound. Gives it to Sparks. And he's fouled by Ryan Miles Ferguson. That will be Miles Ferguson's 4th. 46 seconds remaining. Oswego leads 79-67.
They'll put Oswego in the double bonus as well now with Clarkson has 10.
Here is Sparks shooting 2. Makes the first. and makes the second. Sparks up to 18 points now in this one. So Oswego lead 81-67, a 14-point lead, 46 seconds remaining. Here come Clarkson now. Rainville to Gerhardt, back to Rainville for three, and he airballs out of bounds, 37 seconds remaining. And Clarkson will look to pressure. And Dante Jofield will check back in with Frankie Rainville going to the bench. As now Sparks gets it to Cook. Caleb Cook with Holbert on him. Now to Anderson. He's fouled by Dante Jofield and will go to the line to shoot two, number 5, Aki Anderson. Here's Anderson with the first free throw, and it goes 82-67 now for the Lakers. Anderson can't hit the second. And now Miles Ferguson throws up a three off the back rim, and Sparks will rebound and bring it up the floor. And it will be an Oswego win, a non-conference win, and they stay undefeated. Move to 3-0 on the season. 18 points from number 23, Jeremiah Sparks, and an 82-67 win for the Oswego State men's basketball team over the Clarkson Golden Knights. A great matchup in non-conference, but Oswego pulled away towards the end. What did we see from both sides in today's game, Trent?
We saw a lot of intensity. There's no question about that. And I think for Clarkson, it's just like with the Coast Guard game in their previous match. Even though it's not the loss they like, I still think it was a good loss in the way they fought their butts off there. And for Oswego as well, they were really resilient as well. They were on the cusp of being dead in the water after giving up so many unanswered points to this Clarkson team. And they were fortunate enough to pick up more points after that, picking up 8 more points, in fact, over Clarkson in the late stages of that game. And now they're going to advance over to Nazareth College. We'll see how they're going to perform against them.
Like you said, Trent, they move to Nazareth College, and they'll take on Nazareth next Tuesday here from Maxfield Gymnasium as the Lakers move to 3-0. And for Clarkson, moving to 0-3, they have a game on Friday at home against SUNY Canton. But thank you for joining us here on WTOP 10 from Trent Wilkinson and the entire WTOP 10 crew. I'm Zach Malamud saying so long from Maxfield Gymnasium as the Oswego State Lakers win this one 82-67. So long from Maxfield Gymnasium.